only got 2 more questions for you, King Yella. And this one is a big one. So I want to get your opinion because it's a big topic that's going on right now, I should say. This whole Diddy situation. Now, I haven't talked to you since the whole trial has taken place. And, I kind of stopped watching the trial updates as much. I listen to DJ Academics, his takes and stuff like that, because he seems to temper down, and sometimes I listen to Take Capone. But, man, even some of them started to, because it's so nasty, man. Like, this is one of the nastiest trials I've ever heard. Like, the details are pretty disturbing and gross, man. What do you think about this whole Diddy trial, man?
I don't really know. I ain't really been keeping up with the Diddy trial, man. I see that Kid Cudi showed up to court today. I say they say Cassie husband ran out the courtroom, man, not knowing that she was sucking all that like that and getting his. Yeah, man.
That was like the first day. And I gotta admit this. When I see Cassie, Lauren London, like those are like top tier in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, Cassie, but that's why you can't. I don't put past nobody. I don't give a how famous this to see this with the world is fucked up. Just because you famous, you still with the person who you was, bro. A lot of people be famous, but some people be hoes. Some people be pieces of people. Some people be dirty ass people. Some people famous as hell and still nasty and dirty, don't even wash their ass. Some people that you got to take it for who they are. You already raised like this. She already made it in the industry. You got to think about it. Cassie, Diddy brought that girl out. She was 10, man. And y'all don't understand this. For females, gang, it's not, females have to, they wait to the top. And that's just what it is. Don't think females, a lot of you got, what's my baby name? Maya. Maya said she stopped making music because she wouldn't do surgery. So she didn't make it too farther and farther. You got to think about it. The people that keep making it farther and farther and farther is the people that's willing to get willing to be a yes man, willing to be a yes woman, willing to just sit there and take whatever get him. They not finna play with nobody like King Yella. And this what the game do, gang. You know what? I'm Ice Cube. I'm coming to the record label bats and beat this down. Who you playing with? So they know who to do that to. Cassie, just what it is. She knew. Ain't no telling who else was there. And that's just the same way with the R. Kelly situation. Family members bringing these kids around knowing that they finna make. Why you got your daughter hanging with R. Kelly? Yeah, baby, going there so we can get some money. It's everything. It's always something behind it that be going on. There's always something behind this. Cassie and son, and she tried to make it seem like Diddy made her. You wanted to do that. You got the right to say you don't want to do this. You don't have to do nothing you don't want to do. So you sitting there, workers. This is what Diddy like. So what I'm saying, even if this what Diddy like, who forced you to do this? If you willing, it's people like there's people out in this world like that. They like that. Okay, you my wife and they got shit. I'm in Vegas. This is what goes on. People pay tricks. Tricks pay my to their wife and do all type of shit in front of them and all type. You know what I'm saying? That's the same. Some people get turned on from that free. Me, hell no. When I see you, it's over. I'll never talk to your stinking, funky, trifling ass again. You.
Yeah, in front of me? Like, no, but nah, shorty, you gone. It's over. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I wouldn't want nobody messing with my shorty, dog. No, ain't no way in the world.
Well, that's why I go back to maybe was. I mean, he might not be a ground pimp, but obviously he was a pimp. A rich. He had to be, because in reality, did he really care about her? You can't care about nobody that you doing that to. How the you not finna come kiss me in my mouth? You just in your mouth, and I don't know. That's out of shit. You sit there and watch somebody your wife. That's what's sick. And then kiss her in the mouth. Nigga just gave your out of hot that to the floor. And nasty steak is
just I assume most people just ain't built like that. That's
I'm not built like that. I can't never, but I'm not. And this what I'm saying. I'm built like that because I somebody like it gotta be beneficial. This giving me everything or something. But I don't care about her. I don't care about her. Ain't no way possible I'm finna see Mama Lynn doing like that. It's over with. Here, what the Now, okay, she's a goofy. If she give me everything she got, ooh, I don't care about her. So I don't care. She done brought me $100,000. She done brought me this. She done gave me that. Okay, that's what's okay. I don't care about her. But somebody you care about, you're in a relationship with, you love, and we laid up, we got, hell no.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I just
Diddy
couldn't.
didn't care about that girl, man. That girl was in, you got to think about it. He signed the contracts, her was a, and that's just what it is. That's why he going through now.
That's what it seems like, man, because the details of this have been pretty gross. You know, they playing with all sorts of stuff and all sorts of stuff. It's just wild, man. Now, I do got to get to this point. Nothing I've heard yet. I hear a case against him as far as like what he's being charged for federally. So it almost feels like a public shaming as opposed to proving the case right. So what do you think about that? Do you think there's a possibility that Diddy gets off for this, or do you think he's going down no matter what?
We don't know how it's gonna go. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Don't beat gun cases, bro. You finna beat, you talking about this being like this. I don't know. God, I pray that he do come from under, but I don't know. I don't know. These people, they don't play fair in them courtrooms, man. They don't play fair in them courtrooms. A lot of people don't beat cases. Some people get lucky, but the average person, they get their ass slaughtered.
Yeah. Well, our final question, King Yella, and my bad for cutting you off. I wanted to just ask you this one quick one. When it comes to this New Orleans situation, have you been paying attention to these inmates that got loose?
Yeah, I actually saw one of them. They say, I think somebody or his grandma or somebody killed his grandma 10 years ago or some years ago or something like that. An officer or something, or some crazy happened, and years later, shorty spent around and killed four people related to the officer or some crazy shit. I saw some crazy. You know what I'm saying?
One of them, that's one of his charges. Now, the two guys who were there for like misdemeanor charges, like what in the world, short-term felony charges, like they had like maybe 3 or 4 years. What would possess them to run with only 3 or 4 years? Like,
be ready to go, man. Yeah, and knowing that escape automatic 5. Escape automatic 5 years. So then you finna go to a max yard. And now you're not getting no programs, you're not getting nothing. They finna send you to the worst everything. Now you finna have to do that hard time. So they wasted their time. Now that killed people and all that, I'm gone too. So talking about, I'm out of here. But all it seems like all them went right back to New Orleans. They went back to a lot of people ask, why would you go back home? In my head, why would you go back home? Miss home. Don't know nothing else. This is what I'm saying. The average person don't know nothing else. They don't have nowhere to go. They don't know. They got 2 niggas walking downtown New Orleans. They have nowhere to go. They don't know nothing. People, the average, they don't think outside the box. They don't have no family. They already just broke out of prison. They got no money. So the only thing you could do, if I came home, I ain't gonna lie. If I came home and I had body murders, like, why not? I'm coming home getting wild. We finna hit a couple banks. We finna get wild. You gotta get wild. I already got life anyway. I'm never getting out anyway. So why not? Come home, nail a couple more. Some more folks that already did something. Some just, I don't know. What you gonna do? You might as well go all the way if you gonna go. But that got you short time and all that, you crazy. Ain't no way possible. But them got them elbows, of course. And you got to think down south Louisiana prisons and stuff, like, it's really sweet. So one of the officers or somebody was bringing them to even break out of there. Somebody was bringing them. Like, you got to think about it. You look on social media now, everybody got phones in prison. I just saw jumping around with pounds in prison. He on the yard like that. They got iPhones. Jail ain't jail no more. They up there thugging. I'm surprised. Got a Glock in there with a switch. No, you got it.
There's two ladies that they're looking for, and another who's already been apprehended, who they said was actually an accomplice in this whole thing. You know, it was
And she work on the yard.
Yeah. Now, what do you think? Like, it seemed like they ain't have no plan, bruh. So at that point, you think they just going with
The plan was to break out of prison. Now, what you do after that? Who knows? Nobody know what these niggas doing. They don't even know. The plan was to escape this prison. Louisiana got up prisons. That's some systems. You don't want to get locked up in Louisiana, man. Them ain't the places you want to spend the rest of your life at, man.
I never even grew up or knew anything about it.
You ain't see.
So we've heard of Angola. Have heard of Angola.
Yeah, that's all you need right there. That's all you need. That's all you need right there. You heard them. You saw them. You saw them people dying when Corona happened down there in Louisiana. They had dead bodies stacked. They was leaving them. And he dead. Put his ass over there. But even he dead. They just leave their ass over there. They don't give a fuck, man. Let me tell you something about that. You could pay the COs. You could do everything, man. Them is bringing in everything. You gotta listen. Them selling the COs selling. They with all the bullshit, man. That's what's going on.
That's crazy, man. Now, what do you think about people placing bets? They were placing bets who got caught in what order.
I ain't see that. That's crazy. What did they press real bets? Did they put it on the prize picks? No.
Yeah, it was on one of the betting sites. It was on
the real betting site. You know they do crazy like that, boy. People gonna bet. That's money. Which one of these dumb y'all think gonna get caught first? That's crazy. That's crazy as hell.
Yeah,
that's crazy as hell.
This is a wild time, King Yella, man. That's why I always gotta call you up and ask and see if we can get it together, man, and do an interview, because I like your takes, and just to get a understanding of, you know, what you feel about a lot of these topics outside of your blogging, your successful blogging career, and your other interviews and things like that, man. But yeah, man, that was tight. It's a crazy time, man. It's a crazy time.
Yes, sir.
But with that, King Yella, you know, it wouldn't be right unless I gave you the floor to shout out anything that you got coming up in the future. Go ahead, King Yella, the floor is yours.
Man, listen, man. I just want to thank God for waking me up every day. Y'all should thank God, man. I'm just working, man. It ain't really nothing to talk about, man. Just stay focused, stay out the way, get y'all some money, be a father, take care of y'all kids, man. Stay sucker free. And shout out my boy Witty. Yeah, man.
Yep. You already know, King Yella, and we out this thing. Peace.